University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello again tonight. Another round of the intellectual equivalent of Whack the Mole, played with difficult questions rather than a large mallet, although the introduction of mallets hasn't entirely been discounted for the quarter-finals. Tonight, though, it's another first-round match. The University of Reading owes a considerable debt of gratitude to the ginger biscuit, having been donated land by the Palmer family of Huntley and Palmer fame shortly before it received its royal charter in 1926. Tracing its origins to 19th century schools of art and science, it later became an extension college of Christ Church, Oxford, during which time the poet Wilfred Owen studied there. Other alumni include the former Children's Laureate Michael Rosen, the musician Jamie Cullum, the Turner Prize nominee Cornelia Parker, and the writer and activist Joan Smith. With an average age of 37, let's meet the Reading team.
Hello, I'm John Wilson. I'm from Maidenhead, and I'm doing a postgraduate qualification in teaching.
Hi, I'm Rosie. I was born in Gibraltar but grew up in Pembrokeshire, and I'm studying physics of the environment.
This is their captain.
Hi, I'm Leslie. I'm originally from Boston in Lincolnshire, and I'm studying speech and language therapy.
Hello, I'm Elizabeth McCall. I'm from Reading and I'm studying economics.
Now, the team from Birkbeck College, London, represent an institution which won this competition in 2003. It was founded in 1823 by the polymath and philanthropist Dr. George Birkbeck, who championed the cause of education for the working people of London. And in 1920, it became part of the University of London, giving the majority of its lectures in the evening to allow students to combine studying with earning a living. Alumni include the activist Annie Besant, the adventurer Bear Grylls, the sociologist and broadcaster Laurie Taylor, and the actor Simon Bird. Representing around 13,000 students and with an average age of 49, let's meet the current lot.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Taylor. I'm from London and I'm studying for a postgraduate diploma in environment and sustainability.
Hello, I'm Nikki Clark. I'm originally from Leicestershire and I'm doing a PhD on early modern history.
This is their captain.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Williams. I'm from London and I'm studying for an MA in Classics.
Hello, I'm Joshua Mutillo. I'm originally from St Helens and I'm studying for an MSc in Politics, Philosophy and Economics.
OK, the rules are the same as ever. 10 points for starters, which are solo efforts, and bonuses are worth 15. There's a 5-point penalty if you interrupt a starter question incorrectly. So, fingers on the buzzers. Here's your first starter for 10. Of which German did the historian Norman Davies say, "The variety of genre in which he excelled and the numerous evolutions through which his creativity passed give him a claim to be the last universal man"? Born in 1749, his works include Götz of the Iron Hand, Egmont and Faust.
Birkbeck Williams.
Goethe.
Goethe is correct. You get 3 bonuses on musicals and science. Which character in the musical Hamilton was president of the American Philosophical Society? He also published a journal article on what proved to be a genus of extinct giant sloth shortly before becoming US president.
John Adams. Is it John Adams? John Adams?
No, it was Thomas Jefferson. Born in London in 1850, which physicist links an afterlife in the musical Cats with a former name for the ionosphere?
Heaviside. Heaviside. You can nominate me if you like.
Nominate Taylor.
Heaviside.
Heaviside is correct, after Oliver Heaviside, of course. Volta, Joule and Kilowatt are among the characters in which musical first performed in 1984?
Starlight Express.
Yes.
Yeah. Starlight Express.
Correct. 10 points for this. In most birds, it is pointed, hard and horny. In fishes, hard and immovable. In snakes and many lizards, cylindrical, slender and forked. In anteaters, it is attenuated, long and worm-like.
Birkbeck Williams.
Tongue.
It is the tongue, yes. 3 questions on mining in West Africa. Described as the little town keeping the lights on in France, Ali in Niger is the site of one of the world's largest mines of which toxic metal?
Uranium. Uranium?
Uranium is correct. Secondly, which other landlocked country is a leading producer of gold with key mines at Sadiola and Yatela, close to its border with Senegal?
Landlocked, so.
Central African. No, it wouldn't be that, would it? Yeah. Central.
Yeah, try it.
Central African Republic.
No, it's Mali. And finally, the Republic of Guinea has a large proportion of the world's reserves of bauxite, the principal ore of which metal?
Aluminium.
Correct. 10 points for this. Shape, heritage and flowering season were the factors used in the classification of which bulbous liliaceous plant into a system of 15 different groups, including fringed and parrot. The plant was the subject of a speculative mania in the Netherlands.
Birkbeck Clark.
Tulip.
Tulip is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on the cinema. The 1951 film, The Unforgettable Year, refers to events in which year? With music by Shostakovich, the film presents a pro-Stalin account of the failed attempt by the White Army to take the Bolshevik-held city of Petrograd, now St. Petersburg.
1905, I think. Yeah. I think you had a... 1905?
No, it's 1919. Now substantially lost, the 1919 film The Miracle Man provided an early lead role as a character named the Frog, for which actor nicknamed the Man of 1,000 Faces?
Lon Chaney. Isn't Lon Chaney the man?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Sounds good. Lon Chaney?
Correct. Who appeared as the character Judy Abbott in the 1919 silent film Daddy Longlegs? In the same year, she was one of the 4 major figures who formed United Artists.
Sorry. Mary Pickford.
One or other role. Yeah.
Mary Pickford?
Correct. 10 points for this. Whom does the historian Dominic Sandbrook describe as the most obvious influence on Tolkien, referring to him as a Victorian one-man industry? Sandbrook concedes it's a pretty safe bet that when most people see his name today, they think wallpaper.
Birkbeck Clark.
William Morris.
William Morris is correct, yes. These bonuses are on a prominent scientist, Birkbeck. Which scientist gives his name to the European satellite-based navigation system launched between 2011 and 2020? It's designed to reduce reliance on GPS and the Russian GLONASS system.
It is Galileo, I think, isn't it?
Galileo?
Correct. Launched in 1989, the Galileo space mission provided the only direct observations to date of a comet colliding with a planet. Name the planet.
No idea.
Saturn.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, try it.
It's a gas giant, though, isn't it? Surely it's...
Just guess.
It's still a... Saturn?
No, it was Jupiter. And finally, born in Bavaria in 1573, which astronomer entered into a dispute with Galileo over which of them discovered the largest moons of Jupiter?
Kepler? Kepler?
No, it wasn't. It was Marius. Right, we're going to take a picture round now. For your picture starter, you'll see the national coat of arms of a sovereign state. 10 points if you can give me the country's name.
Reading Wilson.
Chile.
It is Chile, yes. Well done. The arms of Chile there supported by a huemul deer and an Andean condor. Picture bonuses 3 more national coats of arms with asymmetric animal supporters. Name the country in each case, please. Firstly.
It's not a dodo, is it? Does it look like any of the flags, blue and yellow?
What about the palm trees?
There's somewhere in the Caribbean. It could be Mauritius, could it?
Maybe. Right.
It's not a dodo, is it?
I don't know. Should I say that?
Yeah, come on.
Mauritius.
It is Mauritius with a dodo dexter and a sambur sinister. Secondly.
Is that a swordfish? Flamingo. Hold up. So English, so that's, we're thinking a colonial, like an island state. Sun, flamingo. Where'd you get flamingos? British colony, island state.
I'm going to have to hurry you. Come on.
Barbados.
Barbados.
No, it's Bahamas, with a blue marlin dexter and a flamingo sinister. Finally, this country, and the helpful text has been removed.
It's not Turkey.
It's like Turkey.
The tiger in the
Yeah,
middle?
It's a tiger.
Turkey, or is it somewhere a bit more far east where they have got
Come on.
tigers?
Yeah.
Go with your guess.
Go Turkey.
Turkey.
No, it's Singapore, Lion Dexter and Tiger Sinister. So 10 points for this. In life science, the first letter of the acronym MOMP, M-O-M-P, relates to what structures found within the cytoplasm of cells and sometimes described as powerhouses?
Birkbeck Mutio.
Mitochondria.
Mitochondria is correct. These bonuses are on art colonies. In the late 19th century, Anna and Michael Anker were among the painters of the Skagen artist colony. In which country? It lies at the northern tip of a peninsula close to the Kattegat Strait.
Denmark.
Correct. From the 1880s, artists formed a colony at Giverny on the River Seine, originally attracted by the house and garden of which leading impressionist?
Monet.
Monet is correct. Associated with figures such as John Marin and Georgia O'Keeffe, the Taos artist colony is in which US state?
New Mexico.
Correct. 10 points for this. Early in 2020, various commentators described the appearance of what animal as sassy, having Shrek ears and alarmingly humanoid, following a restoration of the Ghent altarpiece by the Van Eyck brothers?
Birkbeck Taylor.
The lamb.
The sheep or the lamb is correct, yes. Right, you get these bonuses. They're on freshwater fish this time, Birkbeck. What two-word term refers to both an occupation and a human digit and is an alternative name for the bullhead described by Isaac Walton as a fish of no pleasing shape?
Perch. Carp. Carp.
Is it shark?
Shark.
Oh, fresh. We don't know, just guess.
Yeah. Perch.
No, it's a miller's thumb. The zander is also known by what alliterative two-word name after the two fish that it resembles? It has an elongated body and head and a spiny dorsal fin.
Any idea?
Alliterative too.
Alliterative. We've no idea.
It's a pike perch. What is the smallest member of the carp family in Britain? The name in question may refer to less fancied participants in a sporting competition.
Can't think. No, we don't know.
It's a minnow. 10 points for this. Dating to 1728, the history of Tambuka, a poetic epic in Arabic script, is the earliest known manuscript in what language? Spoken as a mother tongue in Zanzibar and Mombasa.
Birkbeck Clark.
Swahili.
Swahili is correct, yes. You get a set of bonuses on novels about queens. Philippa Gregory's 2011 novel, Red Queen, concerns Margaret Beaufort, the mother of which English king?
Is it? Henry VII. Yeah. Henry VII.
Correct, Henry Tudor. Secondly, The Captive Queen, a novel by Alison Weir, concerns which queen? She left her first husband, Louis VII, to marry the future King of England in 1152.
Aquitaine. Eleanor of Aquitaine.
Correct. In the 2006 novel Queen Camilla, the royal family are in internal exile and Prince Charles agrees to a restoration on the condition that his wife can be queen. Who's the author?
Queen Camilla.
I don't know. Is it by Will Self or something like that? I don't know.
No. Will Self.
No, it's Sue Townsend. Right, we're going to take a music round. For your music starter, you'll hear a piece of popular music. 10 points if you can identify the singer.
And I know.
Birkbeck Mutio.
Bill Withers.
Bill Withers is correct, yes. That was Ain't No Sunshine. It features the noted session musician Bobby Hall on percussion. For your music bonuses, you're going to hear 3 more songs for which she contributes percussion. Name the artist in each case for 5 points. Firstly...
Romeo is bleeding.
Tom Waits.
It is inimitable, isn't it? Secondly,
Tracy Chapman.
again, yes, well done. And finally,
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye is right. Plenty of time to get going, Reading. Let's see if you can get off the mark with this starter question for 10 points. To what precise future legislative body was James Madison referring in 1787 when he said, landholders ought to be so constituted as to protect the minority of the opulent against the majority?
Birkbeck Williams.
House of Representatives.
No, anyone want to buzz from Reading? You may not confer, one of you can buzz.
Reading Wilson.
The Senate.
It is the US Senate, yes. Your bonuses are on trees this time. Give the common name from the description. All three answers begin with the same two letters, sometimes known as the upside-down tree and Africa's tree of life. Which tree is now said to be the world's biggest and longest-lived flowering plant?
But yeah, I thought that.
Yeah. Say it's got two-word answers.
No.
Okay, go on then.
Yeah. Bow. That's it. How?
Baobab.
Bearbub.
Correct. Also known as the Indian fig tree, which unusually shaped tree has aerial roots that descend from its branches and take root in the soil below?
It's the one that's got the things trailing
Oh,
down.
like mangrove, I think.
Sorry?
Like in the mangrove. Oh, of course it does.
Have a guess.
Can't think of anything beginning with B.
Come on, make a decision. Give me an answer.
Bangura.
No, it's a banyan tree. And found from southern Mexico to Bolivia, which fast-growing tree has a name meaning raft or float in Spanish?
Wouldn't be balsa,
Balsa. Yeah, I don't know.
would it? Balsa.
Balsa.
Balsa is correct, yes. 10 points for this. In the singular or plural, what short noun appears in the titles of novels along with In Their Married Bliss, Slender Means?
Birkbeck Taylor.
Girls.
Girls is correct, yes. Names of novels. Right, your bonuses are on physics this time. In physics, what term denotes the inverse of a resistance? It is a measure of how easily electricity flows in a material.
Conductance. Is that a thing? I think it is. Conductance. Conductance.
Correct. After a 19th century German industrialist, what is the SI unit of conductance? Let's have it, please.
The Weber.
No, it's the Siemens. What is the other common unit of conductance, being the SI unit of resistance, spelled in reverse?
Mo. A mo.
The Mo is correct, MHO, yes. 10 points for this. Founded in 1919, the scientific organisation known as IUPAC is the International Union of Pure and Applied what?
Birkbeck Mutillo.
Chemistry.
Chemistry is correct. Your bonuses this time, Birkbeck, are on Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. In Act 1, which character does Caesar describe as having a lean and hungry look? He thinks too much.
Cassius. No, it's Cassius. I'm sure it's Cassius. Cassius.
Correct. Speaking to Cassius, of which statesman does Casca say, those that understood him smiled at one another and shook their heads, but for mine own part, it was Greek to me?
Cicero. No, Cicero.
Correct. In the final act, of whom does Mark Antony say, this was the noblest Roman of them all?
Brutus. Brutus.
Correct. 10 points for this. From the Egyptian for life or soul, what is the alternative name for a crux ansata or ansate cross?
Birkbeck Williams.
An ankh.
Ankh is correct, yes. These bonuses are on porcelain. Cross blue swords are the symbol of which porcelain manufactured from 1710 at a town near Dresden?
Meissen? Meissen?
Meissen is correct. The capital of the Haute-Vienne department, which city between Paris and Toulouse has been a centre of porcelain manufacture since the 18th century?
Limoges, isn't it? Yeah, Limoges.
Correct. Established in 1743, Capodimonte porcelain takes its name from an area of which major Italian city?
Naples. Yeah, Naples. Naples.
Correct. Right, we're going to take another picture round now. You're going to see a photograph of a director and writer. For 10 points, please give me his name.
Birkbeck Williams.
Mel Brooks.
It is Mel Brooks. Well done. Early in his career, Mel Brooks worked as an entertainer in the so-called Borscht Belt, a group of Jewish holiday resorts in the Catskill Mountains. For your picture bonuses, I simply want you to identify 3 more Jewish entertainers who performed in those resorts. Firstly...
No idea. No clue. We've no idea.
That's Lenny Bruce. Secondly...
Danny Kaye, isn't it? Yeah. Danny Kaye.
That is Danny Kaye. And finally...
Oh, Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers, When Dinosaurs Walked the Earth. Yes, you're right. Right, 10 points for this. Directed by Michael Lindsay Hogg, which 1970 documentary film used footage from the Beatles' final public performance on the roof of the Apple building in London? It shares its...
Birkbeck Mutillo.
Let It Be.
Let It Be is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on an island group. At a similar latitude to the Seychelles, the larger part of the Lesser Sunda Islands lies within which island country?
Sri Lanka. Is that the same? What did I say?
No.
Sri Lanka?
Yeah, give it a go.
Sri Lanka?
No, it's Indonesia. Mount Tambora is a volcano on which of the Lesser Sunda Islands? Its eruption in 1815 was the largest in recorded history.
Krakatoa. Is that the island?
I think it is the island,
Yeah. Krakatoa?
No, it's Sumbawa. And finally, named after an island to the east of Sumbawa, what is the world's largest species of monitor lizard?
Komodo dragon.
No, Komodo.
Yeah. Komodo dragon?
Correct. 10 points for this. Of which of Shakespeare's title characters does his mother say, "Bloody thou art, bloody will be thy end, shame serves thy life, and doth thy death attend"?
Reading Wilson.
Hamlet.
No.
Birkbeck Clark.
Coriolanus.
No, it's Richard III. After all of that, he probably said, "Thanks, Mum." Right, 10 points for this. In electronics, for what do the letters TIA stand in the name of a device used for current to voltage conversion?
Reading Mamat.
Total internal resistance.
No. Anyone want to buzz from Birkbeck? It's a transimpedance amplifier. 10 points for this. Born in North Africa in the early 3rd century BCE, which Greek polymath is credited with the first accurate estimate of the circumference of the Earth?
Birkbeck Williams.
Archimedes?
No, anyone want to buzz from Reading?
Reading Wilson.
Socrates.
No, it's Eratosthenes. 10 points for this. The Sovereignty of Good and Metaphysics as a Guide to Morals are philosophical works by which Dublin-born writer? In 1978, she won the Booker Prize for her novel The Sea. The Sea.
Birkbeck Williams.
Iris Murdoch.
Correct. Your bonuses are on the first cabinet of Donald Trump. In each case, name the cabinet member from the description. First, the former CEO of ExxonMobil, who was appointed Secretary of State.
No. We can't remember.
That was Rex Tillerson. And secondly, the retired 4-star general known as Mad Dog, who was appointed Secretary for Defence.
James Mattis.
Sounds good. James Mattis.
Correct. Finally, the senator for Alabama who was appointed Attorney General.
I can see his face.
No, I'll remember in 5 minutes.
We can't remember.
There's no point remembering later. It's Jeff Sessions. Right, 10 points for this. Similar to netball and basketball, which sport involves teams of 8? Often...
Reading Mamat.
Korfball.
Korfball is correct. Well done. Your bonuses are on novels by the Bronte sisters. In each case, give the title of the work from the list of its minor characters. Firstly, Adele Varens, Mr. Brocklehurst, Miss Scratchard, and St. John Rivers.
Wuthering Heights, Jane Eyre, what are the Bronte novels, do you know?
I don't know.
Go for one of those two then.
Wilfred Hall. No, don't know that. Not that one.
Wuthering Heights. Wuthering Heights.
Yeah. Which one?
Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering Heights.
No, it's Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Arthur Huntington, Rose Markham, and Frederick Lawrence, secondly.
Tenant of Wildfell Hall.
Correct, by Anne Bronte. And finally, Zillah Joseph and Nellie Dean.
Wuthering Heights.
They are from Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, yes. Right, 10 points for this. For what does the letter E stand in the acronyms LASER and PET scan? The latter being...
Reading Mamat.
Electron. Oh, no. No, sorry.
You can hear a bit more Birkbeck if you like. I'm afraid I'm going to have to fine you 5 points. PET scan, the latter being an imaging tool used in the diagnosis and treatment of disease.
Birkbeck Williams.
Emission.
Emission is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on capital cities this time, Birkbeck. All 3 answers end in the same 3 letters. Which national capital is traversed from south to north by the Almendaris River, which enters the Straits of Florida west of the bay on which the city stands?
Florida.
Yes, it must be.
Come on.
Caracas.
Caracas.
No, it's Havana. Which capital city lies on the Ishem River about 30 kilometres east of the Adriatic coast?
No.
Tirana.
Tirana.
Tirana is correct. Nur Sultan, the Central Asian capital city on the Ishim River, was known from 1998 to 2019 by what name?
Astana. Astana.
Astana is correct, yes. 10 points for this. Now an overseas department of France. Which island was the birthplace of the Empress Anat the Gond? Reading have 50. The Birkbeck College London, though, have 295. So, Reading, I'm sorry, we're going to have to say goodbye to you for definite. But thank you very much for joining us anyway. Birkbeck, 295 is a terrific score. Many congratulations. We shall look forward to seeing you again. I hope you can join us next time for another first-round match. But until then, it's goodbye from Reading University.
Goodbye.
Bye.
It's goodbye from Birkbeck London.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.